Good evening, everyone. This is the group presentation video on our project titled Pathfinding Robot. Our group members include myself, Srinivas, Nitin, Bharat, and Praneeth. Next slide. As written here, the main objective of our robot is to travel along a path as drawn by user in our desktop application. The user input is then processed by the application, and then the robot starts moving along the approximated line segments. Additionally, we also added a manual button in the app. So whenever we press the button at any time, we can then control the robot manually using the joystick buttons also present in the app. Also, at any time when the robot is moving forward, if it comes across an obstacle, it stops and sends a message back to the app. Next slide. As we can see in the slide, the hardware components include Arduino Uno, gyroscope sensor, which also includes the accelerometer, Bluetooth sensor, which is HC05, the ultrasonic sensor, which is HCSR04, and then finally we have the motor controller, which is L293D, and the motors. From the motor controller, we have only used one of the chips, which is one of the chips among the three. Also, all the sensors are powered through the Arduino using a 9-volt zinc carbon battery. But the motor is powered separately using the lithium phosphate battery. The pin connections are shown in the next slide. As you can see, mainly first, the Bluetooth module is connected, the TXD and the RXD pins of the Bluetooth module are connected to the pins 11 and 12. These pins are further initialized in the Arduino sketch using the software serial library. Then we have the gyroscope sensor, which is MPU C050 connected to the I2C bus, ultrasonic sensor connected to 10 and 30, motor driver connected to various pins like 9, 3, 8, 7, 5, 4. And then finally we have the motor power supply and the Arduino power supply. And the motors are connected to the motor driver. Next, Bharat will explain regarding the application implementation side of things.
Hi, my name is Bharat and I am going to discuss about application code overview. We are using Kiwi for making application interface. Kiwi is a library available in Python and our UI consists of two corridors. They are control corridor and drawing corridor. Drawing corridor is used to draw and display paths. It is made using canvas widget which is available in Kiwi. The user can draw path using trackpad of the laptop and it gets drawn in the black color. Control corridor has 5 buttons and 4 joystick control buttons and 1 speed slider. The 5 buttons are start, stop, approx, path gen, manual, clear. Buttons are implemented using button widget in Kiwi. Button functionality is implemented by the attribute onPress that is available in the Kiwi button widget. Once a button is clicked, the function linked to the button is called and executed. Working of the app. First, we need to draw the path on the screen, that is on the drawing corridor. Then we need to click the approx path gen button. This will generate red path as you can see in the figure. It is the uh, approximate approximation of the input path, and our robot will start moving in that path once we click start button. If no obstacle gets detected while exploring the path, it will complete the complete journey and all the path will become green. And if the obstacle gets detected in between the journey, then a part of red, red path covered by the robot turns into green and the car stops as shown in the upcoming demo video. The green part the green part in the path is a path covered by the robot before encountering obstacle. Clear button will clear the drawing area for drawing new path. Speed slider is used for setting speed of the car. Manual mode button is used to switch from auto to manual and vice versa. Joystick and joystick controls are used in this case to control the robot. Joystick button will work as follows. They should be kept pressed to turn or move. When they are released, the car becomes stationary. Next slide. Path approximation is made using RDP algorithm, which decimates a curve to a simple curve composed of straight lines. The error of approximation can be tuned to our needs. From the figure, you can see that approximation of the same curve using two different values of error. The format in which the data is sent is as follows. First, the app will send a flag P so that Arduino sets itself into a Pathfinder mode. Then it waits to receive data from the app. And once the data is sent, the app waits for the data from the Arduino. And this way, the communication between the app and the robot takes place. Now, Nitin will discuss about Arduino code overview.
Uh, Hi, I'm Nitin. I'm going to discuss about the implementation of Arduino Sketch. First, we define I/O pins on Arduino, 6 for L293D IC, which is the motor controller, 2 for HC05, which is the Bluetooth module, and 2 for MPU 6050, which is gyroscope sensor, and another 2 for the ultrasonic sensor, HCSR04. And the 2 pins for the Bluetooth module are defined as the software serial. And initially, the gyroscope sensor is calibrated and also a threshold is set so that we can avoid the drift in the sensor data. The motor control, it takes 6 pins from Arduino, 3 for each motor. And out of those 3, 2 are called as input in 1 and in 2. And one is called as enable pin. The enable pin is used to set the speed of a motor by sending a PWM signal to it. And there are 4 flags which are checked with every iteration of loop, which are called as speed flag, which is S flag, manual flag M, pathfinding mode flag, which is P, and stop Q. When coming to manual mode, M flag is asserted, and we continuously check for the directions from the app. It may be forward, backward, right, or left. When forward data is received, we continue to go in forward direction until we encounter an obstacle. If we found an obstacle, then we can no longer go in forward direction, and the only choices in which we can go are either right, left, or back. And the movement is implemented as right corresponds to turning in clockwise, left corresponds to turning in counterclockwise. Similarly, in pathfinding mode, as we get distance in the form of length comma angle, so a length is implemented as follows. We move for a specific distance in a given length, and this scalability can be adjusted in the Arduino code or either through the app. And turning a specific angle is done by a feedback path from the gyroscope sensor. Obstacle detection. So the obstacle detection is done as follows. For every obstacle detection function call, we measure the distance from the ultrasonic center to the obstacle at 2 times, and we average the 2 sample values, and we check whether if it is less than 10 centimeters or not. If it is less than 10 centimeters, then we stop the car. Otherwise, we continue to move on. Now transmitting data back to the app. While we are in pathfinding mode, our app waits for us to execute the current length or angle. So for every iteration in the data we get, which is length comma angle and length comma angle and so on, we send a acknowledgement message back to the app every time we execute a single action. For the 0th action, we send 0. For the first action, we said 1, and so on. If we encounter an obstacle in during this any one of those actions, we send -1 so that our app can track where we encountered an obstacle in our way. Now we'll see Path Explorer in action in few videos. So the following video is about we controlling the Path Explorer through the app, and we encounter an obstacle in between, and let's see what happens. So as expected, the car stopped before a certain distance without colliding with the obstacle. And the only possibilities now are either to move right, left, or backwards. So let's move backward. And now let's see a few more path exploring mode, which is by giving a path as an input. Here we have here we drawn a curve, which is like a circular arc. But when we execute the path, we get the first action getting executed, as we can see here. This is the acknowledgement message print in the command prompt. So this is the 0th action being executed, and let's see what happens in the serial monitor when we connect the card to the serial monitor. Just a notification here. The reason why we removed the wheels are we have encountered a problem where the gyroscope sensor is not able to give the data. It is not able to give the data continuously when we connected the motors to the battery. So that's the reason we have removed the wheels, and also we have disconnected the motors from the system. And the rest of the control logic and the implementation, the intention effects are same. So as you can see here, it is saying it is printing a message called as in straight line, and it executed it successfully, and it moved on to the next action, which is turning angle. So as it is continuously sensing the gyroscope sensor value data while in this function, so it tracks of the initial angle and it calculates the differences and it tries to achieve the final angle. So you can see the angle action being executed successfully. And similarly, this acknowledgement can be reflected in the command prompt. Yeah, so as you can see here, the acknowledgement bit 1 is sent so that action 1 is executed successfully. Now again, it is executing a straight line and it quit. And similarly, it is also reflected in the command prompt. After action 2 being executed, it successfully got quit. And once it has executed all the paths, the program quits by saying the path exploring mode quits by printing the green lines, which is the actual path in which the path explorer went, and the green color indicating that those edges are executed perfectly. Later on, we see cases like few edges are explored, but the further edges are not explored because of an obstacle in between. Now let's see a few more cases where we put the path explorer to action. So in this case, we have drawn a path which is in black color. When we click this approximated path generation button, the app generates the path in which the path explorer must go. And let's see what happens as the path explorer travels along this path. Initially, the length of the first line edge is 147, and the angle it should have been rotated is -59. Let's see what happens in the serial monitor output. So as you can see, initially it receives T147 as indicated in the app, and it executed the first line edge successfully, and it sent a acknowledgement string of 0. And next it received the data of P-59, indicating to rotate in clockwise 59 degrees. So as you can see, as I'm rotating in clockwise, as the angle decreased, the angle was turned successfully, and following with another edge and another angle. Now the program finally quits. So as we have seen in serial monitor, as no obstacles were detected, all edges are marked green, and the pathfinding mode quits. Now let's see a use case where we detect an obstacle in the path which we have planned. Initially, the edge of length 121 units got executed, and the 0 acknowledgement bit was transmitted. And then the angle was also rotated in clockwise 50 degrees, and the string 1 is acknowledged, meaning that action 1 is done. And similarly, action 2, and similarly, action 3 is not executed, which is the final edge. Let's see what happened in serial monitor output. So as you can see, action 0 and 1 are executed as of now. Whereas action 2 is also executed, the straight line number 1. Whereas in action 3, it got an error raised by the obstacle, which is if it has detected. And similarly, it also got reflected in the app, as seen here, which says it was successfully able to travel the first 2 edges, and it encountered a problem in completing the 3rd edge. And from here, Praneeth will continue on describing the use cases and the challenges we met while doing this project.
Hi, my name is Praneeth. Now we will be discussing the uses. The ideology can be used in farming for irrigation of lands by using it as a water dripper, whereas the path can be given as an input using mobile application. And it's an above extended case to harvesting, seeding, laying pipes, and many more. And this can be used in combination with algorithms which enable autonomous operations, which can subsequently be used to explore remote areas and get a rough idea of the position and size of obstacles. And it can also be used as an accurate drawing mission in very large areas like marking road dividers. In this case, the input can be given using satellite maps, and the robot can be calibrated accordingly based on the distance on map to actual distance. Next slide. And actually we have faced so many challenges during the project, like we received a faulty components for gyro and ultrasonic sensors and had to return and repurchase the component, which led to slight delays. And Bluetooth module of HC05 interfacing with macOS is very quirky, and we have, for every single time we need to forget the device and reconnect the Bluetooth module. Every time we can run program to send data. And trying the same on Windows, we had another problem. This time, while trying to install Polyprox module, this module is apparently unstable for Windows and Ubuntu. Instead, we settled for RDP, which is slower one. And also, the major challenge we faced is voltage drop occurred due to heavy current consumption of motor. Initially, we used a single battery, so we had to connect two separate batteries to the Arduino and motor controller. Gyroscope and motor control were not working together, and many on the internet had the same problem. We didn't figure out why, but because of lack of proper lithium ion battery, both of them working perfectly fine individually, and some loose connection also interfered with the progress as unexpected results were displayed. We had to rewire them to ensure a better connection. And while working remotely from different location was tough, as only one of us had the robot to test the code. These are the challenges we faced during the project, and we have a very good experience working on this project. Thank you. And the link to the repo is mentioned below. Thank you.